Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to get into those beets and see how many we can pull out of that bed. Now there's two beds out there. One's a little younger than the other one, and we've taken a look at it, and we've decided not to harvest the second bed quite yet, but we're going to pull the biggest beets for you, and if you hang on, we'll show you how we do it. Alright guys, we're going to get into these beets, but like I said, you've probably seen us harvest beets earlier this year. We use those mostly for snacking and cooking with during the season. We got to eat while we grow stuff too. But we pulled those beets earlier this year. The two big beds that you're going to see in the video today, those are our main harvest of beets. But we're going to pull half of them today, and we'll pull half of them here in a couple of weeks, and we'll show you that too. We'll bring you back for that, but we wanted to go ahead and get these out of the ground. As you saw at the end of the other video, they're getting quite large, and it's time to bring them in and make a how to pickle beets video for you guys. So that'll be probably the next video out. But we're going to go ahead and pull these out. Tell you a little bit about what you're going to see. It's going to be a little bit longer video. We actually shot the harvest beginning to end. There's no cuts in it or anything, so you can see that all the beets we pulled out of the ground are our beets. But we shot it all in one piece, and we took a little clip right at the end of Tina cutting the tops off. You'll see that, and then our total harvest. So let's get into that footage and check it out, and I'll come back afterwards and wish y'all well. Okay guys, we're getting ready to start on these beets, and we've got two separate beds. This bed down here is about 2 weeks younger than this bed over here. So Tina's going to start down through these, and we're just going to take out the older beets for this harvest. But we'll get down here, and hey, Tina's going to show us some of what she's pulling up as she goes, like weeds. And guys, we'll do this other bed of beets as the second harvest video once they're a little bit bigger. But for now, we're just going to go with this bed. Let's see, that bed is 40 inches wide by 110 inches long. So, if anybody's curious, I think it's an 8-inch deep bed, 10-inch deep bed. The soil in the bed, see if we can get down and look at some of the soil. The soil on the bed is pretty heavily amended with bone meal. Has a lot of phosphorus in it that they need for root crops. So a lot of peat moss in there, keeps it nice and loose. We don't put as much perlite in these beds here, but they don't really need to drain. The beets need a lot of moisture, so they don't mind being in a little bit damper ground. We'll just kind of follow along here. Pretty good sized beets coming out. Look good. Most of these we'll probably can as pickled beets, but we'll show you that recipe. We'll do that probably tomorrow. Main trick is just getting them out of the ground. These are good looking beets. Here, say hi to everybody, T. Zoom around here. She's got on her Army veteran hat. She was a biomedical equipment tech in the Army. Really enjoy it. I think they hired her because she was small enough to climb inside of the medical equipment and fix it.
Yeah.
So, just keep following along here. Pretty good little pile of beets going on. There's one thing Tina really enjoys doing. She enjoys harvesting. And she's coming up on some big beets. Here shows your big beets. That's a pretty freaky sized beet. I think there's going to be more of them like that as we get on down towards this end of the bed. Yeah, there's another one. Seems like it was that way last time too. The closer we got to that end, the bigger the beets got. There's something going on over there. Makes it grow big beets.
I think it gets double water. When I
Oh,
water that one, I spray.
it gets, she's saying when she waters the peppers and stuff, she oversprays into here and then she waters these. So that end gets a double set of waterings. Whatever it does, it seems to work. Like I said, we'll probably just pickle most of these beets. They're big enough we'll have to chop them up before we pickle them. If you guys see as she goes along, she's pulling weeds too. So don't think just because we have raised beds and stuff, don't think that we don't get weeds too. We can pull plenty of weeds. Especially if a bed's been established for a while, there's just no way. The seeds blow in, the birds carry them in on their feet. There's just no way to completely keep the weeds out of a bed. So pick them when you see them. That's the easiest way to go. These tops are pretty gnawed up, so they'll probably end up going to the chickens. They'll recycle them into some good organic eggs for us. Bite-sized beets, got some small ones. Aren't they? The small ones are good to put in with. We make pickled beets and eggs. They're just bite-sized. World needs bite-sized beets too. Get your tub about full.
Yeah.
You have to go to your backup tub. Trying to zoom in there, but it doesn't seem to work very well. We'll just back out and let people take a look. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good harvest though. Should have plenty of beets. I'm kind of excited to see this end of the bed. This very last end of the bed is usually pretty good. And we're filming with the new camera. Notice we don't have to break away every other shot now, because this one's not going to overheat on us. We were filming with a LG G3 phone, and it did nothing but overheat. So we had a lot of trouble making just long shot, you know, beginning to end videos. Get in there and see some of those beets before she grabs them. But when we're all done, we'll take these beets in and we'll process them. But then we'll also be getting these beds ready for fall planting. It's another little chore as we empty them up. You'll see we'll have more and more empty beds as it gets closer and closer to that time. But we'll get them all spruced back up and get them ready for fall planting, and we'll see what we can grow then. More weeds. You want to keep your dirt? Yeah, some nice looking beets coming out of that end. You got a beet stuck in your weeds.
Yeah.
What'd you say? We got a couple more weeks before the other beets are ready? A week or two? That's a huge beet. That gets a big beet award, I think. That's the one we showed the other day on the video. There've been some other good sized ones as we went along now. It is nice to be able to film a harvest beginning to end now, finally. And we'll probably, with the new camera and stuff, we're able to make some videos that we weren't really able to make and show really well before. So we'll probably do a video covering how to plant beets, but if you have any questions beforehand, just feel free to ask. We'll go over it with you in the comments or wherever. But you know, don't hesitate to ask. You don't have to wait for the video to come out. If you need help, just ask. We're glad to help anybody we can. That's why we do this. You got 3 more beets. 2 more beets. What's that?
Beets don't come up singly from a seed.
The polyspores? Yeah.
That's why you get the little tiny ones.
Yeah, we get the small ones because beet seed, when you plant a beet seed can put up more than one plant. So unless you buy monospored seed, which costs a little bit more, but they're probably worth it, and not having to thin. But when you plant your beets, remember that they can put up more than one plant at a time. So, all right, guys, we're going to drag these up in the house, and I'll be back to talk to you in a minute. But that is a beginning to end beet harvest, and we have the same size bed to harvest over there. But they aren't ready yet, so we watch for that. In a couple of weeks, we'll pull out that second harvest of beets. But I'll be back to talk to you. Wave goodbye to everybody today. All right, we'll see you guys. Hey guys, we're back. We were gonna cut out and head to the house with what we got, but we figured we'd go ahead and top these while we were still outside. That way the tops would be ready for the chickens. Easier to feed them to the chickens while they're still downstairs. So, but we thought we'd bring you back in real quick for this part of the process, or cut the tops off and get them in the basket and get them ready. We'll take the beets upstairs and get them ready for canning, and the tops will go over to the chickens for feed. It seems about ready to wrap it up. Took quite a few off. That's a huge one. Get a bunch in her stack. What do you figure that basket will weigh? 1,000 pounds? Wouldn't even venture a guess? 1,000 pounds?
Maybe.
2,000 pounds? We don't exaggerate our harvest here. That's at least 3,000 pounds. Or maybe 25, 30 pounds. It's a pretty good sized tub. Let's get over here and take a look at them. There's good looking beets in there. Be glad to have those come in the middle of winter. Beets and eggs, is that what you're looking forward to? Other than that, well, she's getting down to the bottom of her stack, guys, so we're going to go ahead and cut this off, and I'll be back in a minute to wish you all well, but we're glad you joined us here for the beet harvest. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that. We had a good time. She always loves harvesting stuff, and anytime it's a root crop, it's like Christmas. She enjoys pulling them up and seeing what the ground made for her. So she's been tending them all summer and watering them and stuff, so she wanted to see them come out of the ground, and don't think she's working too hard. She's got a smile on her face the entire time. So we hope you guys enjoyed watching her pull them out of the ground. Yeah, I know it's not super exciting, but it is to her. So it means a lot to us too. You know, we grow what we eat and we eat what we grow, so it means a lot to us to have that food. So if you guys enjoyed the video, though, please hit that thumbs up button. That means a whole bunch to us. Go ahead, crash that thumbs up button, and hit that subscribe button if you like the content. We'd love to have you guys come back to the channel. Down next to the subscribe button is a little bell. You hit that bell, it'll send you notifications whenever we release a new video. But if you would, leave us a comment down below. Let Tina know you enjoyed her hard work, and we enjoyed filming it, and we're certainly going to enjoy eating the beets. But we're glad you guys came by the channel. We love having you guys here, and we'll see you in the next one.